What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. We have some absolutely huge breaking news coming through, and it is the second signing for Barcelona this summer. Marcus Rashford to Barcelona is a done deal. We have officially gotten the here we go from Fabrizio Romano, and also David Ornstein has been on the case and has confirmed the agreement has been reached. You're probably wondering, where's this come out of? An RKO out of nowhere, and I will explain to you. This morning, Barcelona sent their official first offer to Manchester United through intermediates for Rashford. And if I'm being precise, as of recording this video, they sent the offer 2 hours ago. So this deal has gotten done in about 3 hours. We sent the offer through intermediates, a loan deal, option to buy for the rest of the season, and United have accepted. As you can see here from Fabrizio Romano, he's now going to be traveling to Spain, and they're going to, hone out the final details. What will the buy option price be? What will the wage, split be? Will there be a compensation fee if we don't buy Rashford? So if we don't, use an option to buy him for 40, you would pay like, 5 or 7 million as, kind of a loan fee. That's also being discussed. But personal terms, agree with Rashford. The deal is basically done, just now traveling to Spain to get the final details over the line. And it was confirmed this morning that Barcelona are no longer going to be in pursuit of Luis Diaz because he is too expensive. Barcelona do not want to spend more than 60 on him, and following Bayern Munich's 67 million euro bid being rejected, there's of course no chance we're getting him for around 60 million. So Barcelona sent an offer to Rashford this morning, and Manchester United did accept it. Hey, this is another signing. I think I'm very happy that we're getting our top priority position signing before La Liga starts. Not the player that I wanted per se. I think he's a good option, but not someone I'm gonna bend over backward for and do a 5,000 backflip and say we're back, we're gonna go for everything next season. At the end of the day, you're probably going to have still the front four the same. You're going to have Olmo on the 10, Lemine on the right, Rafa on the left, Lua up front, and Rashford will kind of be used as an option everywhere, on the right, on the left, and up front. This is a player that, in his peak prime days is absolutely world class, but we have not seen that in about 3 or 4 years. A lot of attitude problems off the pitch, so it'll be interesting to see how he does adapt to Barcelona. But someone who wanted this move for a long time and has listened to Barcelona and has done everything Barcelona told him to make this move a reality. So he's pushed internally, and maybe we can see him rejuvenate his career here. We've seen this, of course, in the past. Aubameyang, Adama Traore, Dani Alves, Luke de Jong, whoever it may be, who has the ability and gets that second chance at Barcelona, they tend to flourish. I really rate his speed. I think his pace in behind is going to be absolutely huge for Barcelona, something that we desperately need. But I don't think he's going to come in as a starter. I think people are saying, oh, Rafinha in the 10, Lemine on the right, Lua up front, Rashford on the left. I don't think will be a reality. I think we're much comfortable with Rafa on the left and Dani Olmo, maybe even Fermin Lopez in the 10. But the most important thing is that the signing is done. We have gotten our second signing before La Liga starts. In terms of registration, there shouldn't be an issue with the loan deal, especially with Ter Stegen most likely doing his back surgery. We're going to at least free up 80% of his salary. We're going to hopefully get rid of Inaki Peña, Romeu, maybe even about Victor beforehand. The renewal of Frankie de Jong will be important, so we should meet financial fair play regulations. No problem. There's no real obstacle, no big sale or anything like that needed. But this, I think, is a good move for all parties. I mean, now get rid of a player that they don't want, and we get a player that will, add and bolster our attack. Hopefully we don't pay more than 50% of his salary. Don't forget that Rashford is on £300,000 per week, which is around about 350,000 euros per week. So covering half of that is still quite a huge chunk of around 175. So I wouldn't cover more than 50% of his salary. If we're covering more, we're getting bent over backwards a little bit. I'd rather have the buy option and the compensation of a loan fee be higher than his actual salary. That for me is the most important thing. But I'll make some videos over the next few days about how Rashford will fit into Barcelona and stuff like that. Have some videos coming out the next few days about the team for next season. But we'll talk about Rashford probably into next week. But this deal got done in 3 hours. That shows that Barcelona do have quickness. They do have the ability to get job done as quickly and most importantly as effectively as possible. But I think Rashford will now be the third English player in the club's history to play for Barcelona. Of course, Gary Lineker was one. We had one play in like 2019. I forget his name. It was Mix something. He was with the B team that he played for the first team, like the Catalonia Super Cup, so they counted as an appearance. I think his name was like Michael or Mitchell. It started with the M. Mix something with an M. I forget his name. But Rashford becomes number 3 because he made him number 2 as a prolific first team Barcelona player. We need to see how he does adapt. Of course, we've seen how Flick adapts with the language of only speaking English. So hopefully Rashford can get instilled quickly and effectively as well. But he gets some preseason under his belt. Hopefully, the squad plans to travel next week to Asia. So if we get this deal done over the weekend into Monday, he can be in that squad list, get some preseason under the belt of Barcelona. That is, of course, very, very important. And we'll see the impact that he does have. Again, in the end, I am okay with this deal. Not what I wanted going into the summer. I think we need a prolific, big name left winger. We've gotten that in a sense, but someone who hasn't really been performing over the past few seasons. I think his attitude is going to be a big, not a problem, but something to definitely watch. We talked about, Hector Ford being late for training, the first training session last week. Koundé had been prolifically late last season. They get dropped, they get punished. Rashford is someone who is known for being late on the regular basis, going out partying night before games and stuff like that. So that's going to be something that Flick has to really hone down. And according to reports as well, Flick did speak to Rashford in the past 24 hours as well. He, of course, has approved the signing as well, and is very, happy with the signing as well. So hopefully they kind of, reach some sort of consensus that his attitude, his punctuality needs to be on absolute point. But we'll see how he integrates as an Englishman in Spain as well. But in terms of the actual Barcelona system, style of play, integration in the squad, I don't think it'll be an issue. I think it's a good addition. I would have loved to have signed, a top winger like a Diaz, Nico Williams, Leao, and Rashford. I just think Rashford being the sole only one is not what I was looking forward to coming into this summer. I think it was quite clear that we needed a top, 1v1 winger. We have gotten that, but again, Rashford's been saying in media interviews over the past few months, and you can see where he's been playing with Aston Villa in the second half of last season. He plays up front as a 9. So if he goes out on the wing, can he, play at his best? He hasn't played on the wing at the top level in a while. I'll wait and see what Flick does do. Maybe we'll have a front 4 of Lamine on the right, Raf on the left, Olmo on the 10, then Rashford up top to kind of phase out Lua a little bit. But this is the good thing about Rashford, why I really do like his signing: versatility. He can play on the right, play on the left, can play up front, but mainly will play probably off the left and up front. That'll be his two, strongest positions. And a bit, he's been playing up front a lot recently for Villa and a bit for United as well in that first half of the season before he, of course, got phased out by Roman Amorim. But I'm very happy this deal's gone very quickly. We'll wait and see on the details of the buy option, what the buy option price will be, what's the salary coverage gonna be as well. Maybe I'll check Twitter before I end off this video and see if anything has come out on what the structure of the deal will be. But I think buy option should be around 30 to 40 million euros. Again, salary coverage, I would not go over 50% from Barcelona's standpoint, and then maybe a compensation of a loan if we don't buy him, like 5 to 7 million euros. I think is a fair expectation. Rashford's gonna be landing in Barcelona in the next few hours, and he will be with the team on preseason. That is confirmed now on the tour, which is fantastic news. Yeah, we'll be in Barcelona today, so hopefully we'll probably get the details by the end of today, which will be very, very good. So in the next news video, I will definitely discuss it. Barcelona will go now for a fullback signing if FFP allows it. I think right now the club's going to be focusing on exits and renewals. I don't see us making a sign now, so probably after the Liga starts, unless a huge market opportunity comes through. But again, fullback signing is definitely needed. Hansi Flick pushed hard to have Rashford as soon as possible. He's expected to undergo his medical in the coming days. This is according to Mateo Morito. So he's the one that told Barcelona, yo, get your head out of your arse to make the offer now and let's get this over with. So that's also very, very interesting. But nothing on the prices or anything like that. Just Flick pushing hard. He'll be on the tour next week. And that's it. So we'll end it here. We'll wait on the details of that. We'll see. Barcelona will not announce it. We're going to have to go based on what the media says. But overall, I think it's a decent signing for Barcelona. And hopefully we can switch our focus, and that's what we really need, and that is fullback depth as well. But someone who's going to come in, provide some good competition and coverage, but not, I think, enough to really push for a starting role unless we have injuries. And that's where I have the bit of a kink. Cheap deal as well. No long-term or medium-term, risk as well. Very short-term unless he does really well. I don't think Barcelona will buy him. I think the only way look at Joao Felix. 2 seasons ago, he got what, like 14 goals and like 7 assists, almost 20 GA. We even moved to buy him once, so he's gonna have to put some astonishing numbers, and Flick's gonna have to really back him for us to buy him. But I think this will most likely just be 1 season. So, but we'll see. Anything can happen, of course. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on the transfer, your thoughts on him coming in, the structure of the loan deal. Then he will stay past this season. You think Barcelona should still go for another left winger? Would you shift your focus to a fullback? Leave me all your thoughts down in the comments below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.